Now in question 1.1.5, the question says we have to use the graph to solve the inequality 2 over x plus 1 is greater or equals to minus 1. 2 over x plus 1 is greater or equals to minus 1. And we have to use the graph. Now, here is our graph on the right. Our graph, here is the equation for our graph. F of x is equals to 2 over x plus 1 plus 1. Let's look at this expression on the right hand side and compare it with the given inequality. And you will see that on the left hand side of the inequality, what is missing is what? It is plus 1. So what are we going to do? We are going to add 1 on both sides. 2 over x plus 1 is greater or equals to, then on the right hand side, minus 1 plus 1 will be equals to 0. Therefore, we actually have to solve for what? For 2 over x plus 1 is greater or equals to 0. It simply means what? Find the values of x where 2 over x plus 1 will be greater or equals to 0. And 2 over x plus 1, that is our what? F of x. Meaning we want where the graph is greater than 0 or equals to 0. So we are going to start first where the graph is what? Greater than 0. Right? Let's check. We are saying our graph will be greater than 0, meaning it will be above the x-axis way. Or this part. The red part of the graph, that's where it will be above the x-axis. So we just have to determine the values of x, where we are having what? The red graph. That will be where 2 over x plus 1 or f of x is greater or equals to 0. It will happen where x is less than negative 3, or it will happen where x is greater than negative 1. So now, remember the question said what? Greater or equals to 0. Then we check at x is equals to minus 1. Is f of x equals to 0? There is the graph on the x-axis where x is equals to minus 1. We can see here, let's use a different color. Let's use a different color and go to x minus 1. We can see that at x minus 1, that is where we are having what? The asymptotes. So we don't have what? Any graph on our asymptotes. Therefore, we are going to leave x is greater than minus 1 as it is. And then now we go to what? To x less than negative 3. Now we want to check at x is equals to negative 3. Is the graph on the x-axis? Is y equals to 0? Then we can clearly see here that at x is equals to negative 3, we have our graph on the x-axis. Therefore, it means what? We have to include negative 3 as well. Then we go back to say actually x will be less or equals to negative 3, or x will be greater than negative 1.